why should a man provide for you? That's one big question I get. Like, why should a guy provide for you? By the way, wealthy men would never ask this question. They know they need to do this. They know this. This is what I realized too. However, so many women ask me, why should a guy provide for me? Why do I deserve that? Okay, let me tell you a few reasons. First of all, if a man provides for his woman, he takes ownership of the relationship and he feels responsible for you. That means you're part of his family. Secondly, it is good for the polarity and attraction. When he can give to you and you can receive, it's like this feminine masculine polarity, which keeps the attraction and honeymoon time forever. So that's another important factor. Third of all, most women who are at core feminine like to receive. They just like to receive attention, flowers, right? Being paid for, like getting things paid for, right? So most women just like to receive. I like to receive too. So that's another reason. And then I get to question, but it's so weird to just receive for doing nothing. I get it. Like, it's part of the conditioning that you have to do something to get something back, right? Just like you go to work, you have to work to get payment. And it's like women are saying, but I don't want to do anything to be provided for. You don't have to. This is not a transaction. This is not a job to be a girlfriend. It's so different. It's like a polarity where you both are in divine union, and there's only a union when one is giving and one is receiving. Okay, so it's like both ways. And let's say in business and in your career, it's always two ways. So one is giving, one is receiving, but also if I, let's say, give you a course, I'm also going to receive a payment. So it's not like that I'm only in my masculine and give to you just because you are alive. Like, this is not a romantic relationship, but this is business, right? And so it's different. But in a romantic relationship, for the polarity part, you stay in your own role of being the receiver, being the feminine. You just be and receive. You don't need to do anything else, okay? And by the way, if I speak of courses, I have a new course which is called Call in Your Provider, and you need to check it out. You need to check it out. The link is in the description box or in the comments, and it's going to be so good, where you learn to show up as the woman that can receive, and this inspires wealthy men or some kind of guy even. Like, they don't even have to be wealthy. Generally, people who step up and provide for you. Cherish your feelings, make you happy. It's like amazing, right? But it's a new way of being. So definitely join my course to have all of the other knowledge. And let me continue here. So why else should a man provide? Because you're worthy of that, and because you could do something else with your time, by the way. So while you're spending time with him, while you are, being with him, you could be working, you could be hanging out with your girlfriends. Like, women don't really need guys. Like, we don't. It's just what it is. If you need a man, like, emotionally, then your inner child, like something in your inner child is like unhealed. You might need love, you might need I don't know, like, everybody has their own story. But if you really need a guy's attention, that's a sign that something with internally your inner child, like, needs your own love. But once you feel that you don't really need a guy, you don't. It's a cherry on top, and he has to compete with your work, with your colleagues, with your friends, and yeah, so it's just what it is. Queens don't have time, don't have free time, right? I mean, I have a lot of free time, but they get to choose who they want to spend time with. And of course, you get to have a beautiful relationship, a marriage, but you don't have to work hard and do your full-time job and just hang out with the guy when he's not providing for him. You don't have to do this. You get to have it all. You get to, have your career, and you get to have a guy who's providing, like this. And that's the next point. Just make it a requirement, like, make it normal. And actually in many cultures, it is completely normal. Just in our Western world, it's not normal. At least for the last couple of decades. And the last point, which is even the biggest one, is that once you really, and that doesn't apply for every woman though, yet. It could apply for every woman, but when you're traumatized and you're completely disconnected to your emotions, it doesn't apply for you. Then you probably need a guy to provide some kind of excitement in your life. But once you kind of done your inner work, right? Maybe you've been working with me, maybe you've been working with another amazing coach, and you can access your emotions, okay? And you can access your own life force energy. You don't need any sugar, you don't need anything, you don't need any man. You're okay, grounded within yourself. You have, as this feminine being, you have just direct access to your life force energy, right? Just like a newborn baby, it's just so full of life force energy. And this energy is something that wealthy men, especially millionaires, need so much. They can't hustle to the millions. They can't. They need this deep life force energy, which they can't get anywhere else beside of in a romantic, intimate relationship. That's why wealthy men value feminine women. They much rather go out with a wounded feminine woman who can't, who really can't provide for herself, who is like super dependent on her parents or on the guy, than a self-sufficient woman who is completely disconnected with her feelings. They need this feeling, they need this life force energy. And that part, by the way, was in the course Live in Love and Bliss. So if you have that, go to module 4. This is how you learn to access that. But anyways, we're gonna cover that a little bit in the Call in Your Provider course too. And especially wealthy men value that as so much because they needed to earn all of this money. And so your life force energy is all that they need. That means you just get to have fun, and that's all that you get to do, and that's all that they need. Okay, and it's so valuable because you could use your life force energy for yourself. You could create a business, you could do something else with it, you could go to the gym. You don't need to spend your life force energy on the guy. You just don't need to. So yeah, you get to be provided for, right? And it's like even so little compared of what you are bringing to the table. It just, most of the things are non-physical. And then there are some people arguing, but it's not physical. Then why are all the men, most men, trying so hard, working out, being successful, buying nice cars to get the most feminine, the woman with the most access to life force energy? It's not even most feminine. Why do they do that? Because they need it so badly. So yeah, it is what it is, right? And you have something so amazing inside of you, and providing is the last thing that should be expected from a man. But at the same time, you have to show up in a certain way so that so that you attract this behavior. A man doesn't want to provide for another man. So if you operate in your masculine energy and you are close to receiving, it's not going to happen, right? That's why join my course. Learn how to attract your provider, call in your provider, and I'm just so excited to have you there. This is topic I'm just so on fire because I was on the other side. I used to be in a 50-50 relationship for years, and no more to that. So I had to learn and apply this knowledge, and I just want to give you the opportunity to attract your provider too, right? And attract this beautiful behavior of him being taking care of you, being loving, being cherishing. All right, so thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. check out the link to the Call on Your Provider course, and I see you in the next video.